Okay, hello. I'm gonna just keep one earbud in. So this is a bit of a test. I would really like to do some art streaming soon, but I need to figure out if my computer can actually handle it. I mean, whether my internet can as well, is a whole other thing. But figured I would just do some requests from Twitter. So King Rui has oops, sent me his Screwballs character, which I'm very happy to do. Or Screwball. Should really find out what this guy's name is. Not Louis. The Screwball character. I've completely forgotten it. I mean, I know the feeling, to be honest, because I've had trouble naming my characters for years. Okay, let's see. So he's got like a little Lego square head. Let's just try like copying the reference first. Little ears down here, big old bug eyes. We're gonna probably do some like draft layers. I'm gonna get quite messy. Yeah, well, I've already gone off, haven't I? Sure, that's a face I felt like drawing apparently. Whoa, that was like Bart. Right, so it's like, ooh, okay, I don't draw shapes like this very often. It's kind of like a lampshade. So it comes up around there, and then I've always wanted an excuse to draw this character, so thank you, Louis. Comes up around there, goes down Z like that, and then there's like a bit of a thing in there. These are all very technical terms. And then it comes back down here, something like that. And what's the body like? The body is, ooh, he's got nice, he's got like a Blinks coat, famous Blinks coat that was. I still can't get over this stupid face. I'm gonna erase that smile because it's distracting me too much. Let's not make him boss-eyed as well. Let's take it a bit more seriously. Boss-eyed is essentially my way of going. I don't have confidence in this drawing, so let's. I mean, this is just the first pass, so I mean, it's essentially just redrawing his drawing as well. I just want to understand how the character works. I'm giving him like this weird like pedo bear mouth. Well, that'll do. I don't normally draw mouths like that. Should be something I work into my lexicon, my visual dictionary, I guess. Got at least one other request at the time of checking, so got plenty to be getting on with. Wanted to do this for bloody ages. Last time I did this was when I was doing Art Foundation. I only did a small handful of the requests in the end. A lot of people wanted. There was like your favorite Animal Crossing villager, which was and probably still is not. Was Nicolas Cage getting terrorized by bees. So it was 2016. So of course I drew Barry B. Benson. His hand's a bit smaller than that actually. I'm drawing him very Lego-like. He's got like the little claw. To be honest, I can kind of imagine his hair would snap off a bit. I have brought his hair in a bit. I wonder if that maybe goes against the design. Yeah, maybe bring this back out. Because the thing I love about whenever Louis posts this character is the silhouette is fucking great. Something about the head makes me think of like a light bulb. It's like it feels like this character's like having a big brain moment. He's like he's always got ideas. He's ready to for some reason all my brain can do to finish that sentence is commit crimes, but he seems like a nice boy. Okay. And then it's like that. Wait, hang on. I should finish this first. Oh dear. I put myself in the corner with this. Oh, no. It does kind of line up in the original. Again, this isn't going to be a one-to-one copy as well. I'm kind of figuring out how to appropriate it into my style. So, oh my goodness. I mean, I always lose my shit whenever people draw my characters. It's fucking cool as hell. People always have such different interpretations as well. Like, Pawsy's the one I always like giving to people. Well, Pawsy as he's called for the time being. Everyone has told me it's a terrible name, so I'm really trying to think of a new one. I mean it this time. Like, I've been saying that for years now, but I'm genuinely looking at some names. I just ordered a dictionary of them. Something like that. Looks a bit odd. I think I've drawn his hand too small. Or his sleeves too big or something. Something's just off about this. Try. You know what? If I was drawing this, I wouldn't actually draw the arm first. I was drawing this from scratch, that is. Yeah, let's not focus on the reference as much. Like, it's very handy, but I think I would rather. Come on. He's like he's gripping his knee. I hope his knees are okay. This is the kind of riveting commentary you can expect. If this does work at all. Yeah, final straw in deciding to do this was I saw One Shop had done a stream. One Shop did a stream, had done. I don't know if that's grammatically correct. Anyway, I saw One Shop did a stream a couple weeks ago when Out of Time came out, the new Crash Theme episode, and it looked like he was having a lot of fun. So I was like, you know what? Let's do that. I've also just generally got inspired to get into drawing again because Eddsworld relaunched, which has been super cool. I was actually lucky enough to talk to Matt at a college reunion last year. I mention this to many. I don't really mention this to many people because you know, it's whatever. But it was super damn cool. We got to talking about Cartoon Network for like an hour. He talked about like some potential plans he had at the time, which I don't want to spoil or anything. And also that was over a year ago, so they could have changed by that point. But like he was super enthusiastic. I actually have him added on Discord now. I've tried to reach out a couple times, but he is a very busy man, so. Oh, he has like a little like. What is that? Is it like a zip? A little gumball thing? Or is it like a. Just see if I can find some more reference to this character. I hope it doesn't look too weird with me like not looking at the camera very often. I mean, it's hopefully is understandable why. I mean, I could just message really directly, but. Search Kinrui Screwball. Not Kinrui. Rui Kinyu. Oh yeah, he has that whole association with files and stuff. Okay, so it seems like it's just Screwball rather than Screwballs. Wes, that's his name. Or at least it was 2 years ago, apparently. Yeah, what is that? I think it's like a zip. Oh, I'm just looking at this piece. I'll just copy it into the window because I've just got window capture on. Whoa! Fucking hell. Shows how low res I'm drawing at the moment. I'm drawing at like 720p actually, so Jesus, Louis. Um, yeah, it's like a zipper. Yeah, I fucking love the detailing on the hands in this dude. And the pants. It's like super graphic novel-y. Anyway, back to this boy. Well, that gives me a bit more about his character as well, so I can hopefully do something with that. Alright, I'm putting this off because I need to do some figuring out. So that's his leg. This tactic was something I picked up while I was doing artist studies in at uni. We had to do a bunch of artist studies, which is essentially this was in first year as well. It's essentially you look at a bunch of artists' work and then you kind of like copy it, and then the eventual prompt was to do a piece that looks like they do it. The main one I did some Rebecca Sugar stuff. In fact, I can bring it up now because again, I'm putting off drawing this arm. Where is it? I also have no idea how the mic quality is going to be, so I could open this back up and it could be a muffled mess, and the fan could be over everything. There's just constant clicking. I have no idea, but that's why I'm testing it. Oh man. Oh, it'll be in projects. Yeah, I did some Rebecca Sugar stuff. I did a couple Robert Ryan Corey drawings. And then the main one I did was Lissa Tryman. So I did this Giant Days piece. Do I have the... Oh, God. Minimize the window by accident there. Let's screw up OBS. No, it's fine. Wow. Yeah, I did the study, and... Shit. Oh, God, it might be on the... It might be on my uni drive. I'll have to check if it's actually still there. Fuck, I didn't realize I didn't back that up. Unless it's in, like, submission. I had to do submissions for 2 projects at once because I failed the second project, which was layout drawing, which... Oh boy, even now, just thinking about that, I get shivers. My perspective drawing was not great at the time, let alone my ability to like set dress and draw stuff in context. So that did not go well. Okay, well I can't find it. I did a drawing that was Lissa Tryman inspired anyway. But I picked up this sketching technique from doing some Glen Keane studies. So that was fun because I saw that he had some like Beauty and the Beast stuff, and it was like super sketchy, and I was like, "Whoa, this looks cool." And I think I've been setting for a while, like as a goal with my art. I was like, "Oh, I don't want to noodle around. Like, I want to kind of just get it done in one pass." I got quite inspired by Brandon Turner, who does a few like Game Grumps animated, and I just thought from there like, oh, he does shit in this like awesome first pass, so I should try doing that. And I did do that for a while, and now I'm like, okay, it's time to like grow again. So let's embrace. Oh, the leg comes up to here. Well, that's interesting. So it goes like that. Whoa. Oh, I see. And then the foot is like here. This is the thing. If you draw one thing off model or off proportion, it can just like screw up everything. I'm just gonna I'm not going to pay too much attention to the perspective on that. I'm just kind of going to do it the way that feels right to me. Because I think I've gone slightly off. If I were doing this, I would do this. Just so you still get the idea of being there. Yeah, there we go. The hands are a bit blocky, but it gets the point across. It's the other thing I'm trying to sort of embrace in my heart lately. I'm just like, it's better to have something done than just a bunch of drafts sitting in your frickin' folder forever, you know? Okay. Yeah, that works. They even look quite soft, interestingly. His head isn't quite as square as I thought it was as well. I should go back and change that. Okay. I mean, it gives it some dimensionality as well. It is like a generally square head, but yeah, that looks good. Okay, right. So I think I've got the hang of the character. Oh yeah, and should sort this out as well. Perspective there. Cool. Just erase this. So yeah, obviously if I was streaming, I'd probably be looking at chat. I'd probably be taking suggestions and stuff, having some conversations. But yeah, because I'm just recording this in advance, I kind of just have to riff, which is fine by me. Kind of just drawing is. I don't have a consistent way of drawing the inside of ears at the moment. Because I was drawing D&D art for the longest time, and all theirs ears are just like that. Sometimes like this. And then on my main art, I just wasn't filling in. Sometimes I do it like Simpsons style. Sometimes I do this. Many other ways I do it. No, I haven't done it like that in ages. Yeah, those are the main ones. I think Simpsons style is what I just default to more often than not. Just because it just works. I say Simpsons style. I think only a few characters have ears like specifically like that. It's weird when you look at Simpsons characters. You're like, whoa, this is less of a universal style than I thought. And that's because The Simpsons is the product of multiple character designers over multiple years, multiple decades even. I mean, I listen to Talking Simpsons, and they constantly talk about how like season one characters really stand the fuck out. Right now, I'm just putting this off. now I'm just noodling. Right. What should I do then? So he's into science. Do I go like shit posty and do the fucking like Pickle Rick thing? Oh, that's a bit off. There we go, that's better. Or do I go like do I go sincere? Let's see. Let's just do like a generic, like sort of like cackling madman look. See how that goes. Oh man, see my every so often in Clip Studio, the pen just goes fucking wild. I don't know if anyone else gets this. It might just be the Wacom drivers or something. But I have to like tap in and out, and then it's fine again. I actually use that for a piece that I'm going to put out soon. So look out for that. Character's eyes, I drew them with that glitched line to simulate eyeliner, and it really worked. So if I draw that character more, I'll have to find a way to do that more consistently. I mean, I'm sure I can just make a brush. All right, use the same layer. Yeah, I can just hide that. Ref. Where's ref? There we go. Scott the Wes. I already did the Scott Pilgrim, Scott the Wes picture. That just wouldn't work. Right. So he's like, I like drawing characters with their heads tilted up for whatever reason. I think it just makes them look really intimidating. God, this is going to look more like my style already, I can tell. Also very interesting drawing a character without a nose for the first time in a while. Giving him fangs, because why not? Incidentally, I was watching some old Eddsworld streams earlier in the week as well, because someone actually managed to back up Ed's old stuff on from live stream and Procaster, which is super cool. Definitely don't have all of them. There are a couple streams I was around for, which were really fun. Would love to see those come back. There was one where he was drawing the comic where he froze Tom through the computer, and he was just the best part was he was just humming like uh, songs from shows the entire time, and like getting people to guess it. We had a very brief conversation about Homestar Runner from that. Let's move this down a bit. Oh, this looks this looks demented. I kind of love this. Yeah, this might be what I have to go with. I think this is the thing that's fun about drawing other people's characters as well. Is I don't think I'm as like I want to do them right, but I'm not as precious as with my own characters. Like with my own characters, I get. I mean, I draw them off model like constantly, but I'm always super critical about it. Whereas with something like this, I'm just like, well, I'm learning how the character's drawn, and like, no one's gonna expect me to get it right on like the first try. So, okay. So this is me drawing the hair from a bit of an unfamiliar angle. So I'm just trying to figure this out. Does that make sense? Does that look too flat? Whoopsie. I think it's too flat. I mean, it's tilted back. That's the weird thing. There's something kind of Ubisoft looking about him right now. It looks like the guy from Tonic Trouble, Ed. Weird bloody game, Tonic Trouble, if you've never played that. It's basically a prototype of Rayman 2 that they put out on the N64 and PC, and it is very buggy and has some really weird like product placement in it for like a specific brand of like Nestle popcorn. It's very odd. I only played like a couple of hours of it, and I was just like, okay. Just go back to Rayman 2. Which I wasn't even that fond of at the time. It's grown on me since, but the first time I played that game was the terrible DS version, which is glitchy as hell. The music constantly cuts out. Like, it's just not a good time. Fuck, I think I had it right the first time, you know? Well, let's just, this is the fun thing about doing this digitally, is I can just do these background layers, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't work, you can just delete it. So I think his hair should go like that. Yeah, like always super interesting seeing how people interpret my characters. So like I kind of want to make sure I'm reinterpreting them. I don't like my aim with this isn't to go on model. Especially if an artist is giving me something as a request. It's like if they wanted it in their own style, they do it in their own style, you know? As cool as it would be to see like someone give me a piece of fan art that was like a new pose, but it was in my style, like I think it's way cooler to see something in somebody's personal style. Just see it like it kind of shows their relationship to the character or whatever. Hmm. Is this how it works? I don't know if I've drawn him right. No, he looks really off. I'll come back to the head later. Let's just get a good pose for the body in before I get too like despirited. So, yeah, is this on a separate layer? Ah, whatever. I'll go over this one anyway. Got quite a twiggy body. I think I want him to be holding like a vial. Alright, just because I can't get it out of my head, I'm doing the fucking pickle Rick thing. Give me a sec. Whoops. Leave some room for that stupid hair. This looks so dumb already. Oh man, his hair's gonna look so weird without the ear. Right, that goes like that. It's kind of like a trapezium. I mean, this might get me to understand the hair better, funnily enough. It was one of my favorite things about the animation course at Bournemouth was legit like how shit posty it was. Like, um, I left before people started doing their final films in third year. I mean, I left right at the start of the storyboarding animatic phase because that was the point where I was thoroughly like, oh, my mental health is fucked. So, yeah, but I came back a couple times just to visit, like, while the films were getting made. And the amount of like things I saw pinned up or like in the corner of people's screens that were just like shit posts of the characters from the animations was like incredible. It was so funny. Because I mean that's legit how some people are learning how to draw the characters as well. I mean I did some basic um oh, this is so bad. This is so cursed already. And I already get people comparing my art to Rick and Morty, so this just isn't going to help, is it? It's the eye ridges. I think that's what does it for people. The eye ridges and the oval. Does he have a nose, Pickle Rick? Pretty sure he does. I mean, Wes doesn't have a nose. I don't know why I'm looking at that. Oh, because I'm drawing on the fucking Rick and Morty style, you dumbass. Well, whatever. Somebody did a really good YouTube poop music video. The fucking Pickle Rick moment. But it's to Acid Hues, which is the like Splatfest theme. I just can't dissociate it from that anymore. Speaking of Splatfest, by the way, how fucking mental is it that they're doing a Mary Splatfest next year? So they've been doing a few Splatfests like since they said they were going to stop doing them last year, but they were all like repeats. I mean, I hope they do the cake and ice cream one again. Okay, fuck it, I'm going to give them a nose because I want it to be extra cursed. No, it doesn't look quite right. I think he'd have a button nose anyway. I mean, it's not like Pickle Rick has a his hair anyway, so. Oh yeah, that's quite Rick and Morty nose actually. Let's make that a bit longer. Doesn't quite look like a pickle. God, this is so dumb. Does he have like spots? Pickle Rick? I can't believe in the year of our Lord 2020 I'm searching Pickle Rick like reference. Yeah, he does. He has like speckles. Just to make it extra clear he's a pickle. Remember when they first put out the teasers for that and I legit thought he was a sausage? Because they put out like animatics. I don't know if that translates well. But they put out a teaser where fuck me, I'm not trying to have a serious conversation, I'm just drawing the most cursed shit. Anyway. There we go, now I can focus on this somehow. Fuck, now I've completely forgotten what I was talking about. Something, Rick and Morty. I mean, the obvious other thing to do would be to have him interacting with like Johnny Test or Dexter. I mean, Johnny Test is like the memeier one, absolutely, but crap. What was I talking about? Um, oh yeah, the animatic where he looked like a sausage. I don't think there was much else to say about that. It was just funny, considering like how iconic that scene's become. for for want of a better term, maybe notorious is more like it. I mean, it's weird. It's weird still liking Rick and Morty at this point, because I still do, but I feel like I have to justify it so much to other people that it's almost just like, why do I bother? Maybe I should just be quiet about this. um, I mean, it was really weird when season 4 came out, seeing there be like absolutely no interest in it on my Twitter. Because season 3 blew up pretty big. Same with season 2, especially when that Aaron cameo got, or the Eagle Raptor cameo got revealed at the end of season 2, because a lot of my social sphere interact with him. That was everywhere. It's kind of slap squatting, I think. God, seeing that mirrored makes it even more cursed. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I accidentally made a bit of perspective here, and you know what? I'll roll with it. Not sure if my flatmate will come home while I'm recording this as well, but he's cool. So, whoa, that's a huge foot. What the hell? That's what the beak is for. It's to cure his huge foot disease. Jesus, that looks stupid. Something's really off about that. I think it's the knee. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Sometimes you just have to draw it before you like realize what the hell's up with it. Like I'm probably gonna look back at this when I'm like potentially editing the video or just checking the quality, and I'm gonna go like, oh god, there's some really obvious mistake here. But legit, most times you just gotta draw it to figure it out, which is why I gravitated to that like blanking, just scribble it out, do a continuous line way of doing things, which people have been telling me to do for years, continuous line drawing, and I didn't do it until I just sort of figured it out for myself. So feels like he should be standing on something if his foot is this high up, because it's not quite perspective, is it? No, something's off about this. All right, I'm gonna leave this leg here, redo this one. Oh, I just realized again boss eyes as well. God, his mouth is demented. He is ready to commit crimes. Again, I have no idea if this is in character or not, but maybe that'll just make it funnier. Oh yeah, maybe the hair should come back from here. See, this is the thing. Sometimes when you draw the rest of the body, it like contextualizes it overall. Yes, there we go. And then this bit here. Whoops. Okay, let's see. So he's facing that way, so it should be over here, right? I'm gonna guess this is asymmetrical and he doesn't have this on both sides of his head. I don't know if I'm flattening the perspective by doing that. That's the only thing. Like drawing his hair the way I have. Because I've got his head tilted back a bit. So... I mean, the volume's still there, I think. That's, like, the key thing. Because if I made his head too much, like, more shallow, it would probably have to come out more and it would blow out the silhouette a little bit. I'm just, you know, I'm just entirely... I'm not really basing that on anything. It's just gonna... Which way am I gonna make this? This is the thing about flipping the canvas. Like 90% of the time, I end up actually just changing the direction that the image is in. When you have a character like an asymmetrical design, you gotta be sure that you're not just mirroring them. I mean, this is the way I've drawn the other ones, so in that case, this feels right. Okay, let's see. Wait a minute. Yeah, there we go, there we go. So it comes out like a radius. I promise I'll get onto the other request soon. I really wanted to do this one right. Whoa. Something's gone wrong. Oh no, wait, hang on. Fuck it, let's... I don't know if I've drawn this right. Does that make sense? Seems to. Ba-doo-ba-doo. Let's blow the leg out a bit more, I think. It's the baggy trousers? Jeans, I guess? No, I guess they're just like parachute pants. Very interesting. I haven't drawn a character like that in a long time. I'm going to move this up. Again, another nice thing about drawing in Clip Studio rather than on paper. I can do stuff like this. I'm going to have to round that out as well so the center of gravity is a bit better because it's kind of slipping. What? So weird when Clip Studio just like selects nothing like that. Oh, I did buy Clip Studio Paint EX just yesterday as well because I got curious about the animation tools. And my housemate's been heavily recommending it for a while. They just got themselves a ScreenEd tablet, so I was like, I'm feeling pretty damn inspired by that. I was just like, yeah, sure. Extra 60 quid, that's not bad. All the Clip Studio stuff's on sale at the moment. I already had Clip Studio Pro, so that knocked like £100 off the asking price. So I was like, yeah, I can justify that economically. It'll be good for the economy. Oh god, that was bad. It'll be... Oh no, I should not do March. I should not do a March voice. I want to do a test on my how much it can blow out the audio on the microphone, then yeah, the Marge voice would be perfect. But otherwise, yeah, that's not. It'll be good for the economy. I mean, that is legit how I wind up justifying shit to myself sometimes. It's basically what EA to Help Out was. don't know if I'm entirely happy with that. I mean, it is baggier down here as well, so I can do that. Okay, let's clean it up a little bit and then do the line over. Because I think I'd just like to get to the other request at this point. And if I could just get this looking like alright, that's fine by me. It doesn't have to be anything incredible, you know? I mean, I literally only just drew the character for the first time within the last hour. I think it's fine if it looks a little bit rough. This is the thing that gets me about, like, I mean, the gulf between going pro, like, I mean, that was another thing why I had to back out of uni at the time I did, because I was just not fucking ready. And even if I had graduated, I can absolutely guarantee you I would not be employed right now in animation. I would still be grinding my socks off. There's quite a few people in my year have been, you know. Not a huge amount of people in my year seem to have gotten animation work. Probably at least like 50%, but I know more people that haven't than people that have. Not sure if that looks a bit flat. I think the thing about flipping the canvas as well is it just kind of divorces me from the art. And just like I focus less on the character of it or whatever, and more about the actual construction, like if it makes any damn sense. Yeah, I don't know why I was trying to shade it in like a show off. Here, look at me. I'm classically trained. I color everything in by hand. Yeah, I should add some stank trails. You've drawn these characters smoking weed before, right? That's not that's not off limits. Then again, Wes is probably like a kid, so maybe not. Don't know where that came from. Just Louis embodies that energy to me, so. I mean, the closest I've drawn is Aldair with a vape pen, which I don't think I put up anywhere. Let's see if it's on here somewhere. References, projects. I have a whole D&D folder. Because that was pretty much all I drew for like 2018. I was like, right, let's put Mittens and Pawsy stuff on the side because I've been doing this non-stop for like 3 years. Let's figure out some designs and draw some fun scenarios. Maybe it's in doodles. Or digital? I think it's just called like letter rip. There it is. So stupid. Yeah, it's ostensibly meant to be a weed vape, even though it apparently smells like candy floss. So that was fun. That's a fun 2018 drawing of the stubble as well. Yeah, this is looking better actually now that I've had a chance to like step away from it for a sec. Like you might think it's quite disjointed that I randomly open all pieces of art, but it's kind of good to remind myself that like, hey, even if I think this looks like weird now, like I've drawn worse, you know. And not even like that last image was necessarily that bad. It's just like, you know, different priorities. Okay. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. Make this less flat. What I'm probably going to do is like arch the fingers as well. Do something like this. And this character would really fit in that like sort of minimalist Dexter's Lab, for want of a better word, UPA style. everyone seems to gravitate towards UPA style on animation courses. It's really funny. The amount of times you hear that word get uttered. I think because I mean it's budget animation, so it's like yeah, I'll set the expectation a bit lower. So sorry, this sounds like shade now, when I would absolutely embrace that. Like, but yeah, UPA style just gets said so often that it's almost lost all meaning to me. But yeah, that kind of like angular, like low fidelity. Maybe Powerpuff Girls is a better analogy. I can see Wes peeping on Professor Utonium. Okay, Wes sketch. I'm glad I didn't make him boss-eyed. Yeah, that's where his chin is, but... Now he looks even more like a Lego figure. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Sometimes it's good to draw that to show the next connecting, but sometimes it just looks shit. So, yeah, not doing that. Have I missed anything? Maybe if I make this go more like... Oh, it's not a thing again. God, tapping out to see Pickle Rick, for fuck's sake. That was an experience. No, actually, maybe just something subtle. I think that works. I think just everything else needs to line up with it now. Easier said than done. Whoopsie. He's going back to his home planet. Right, let's get rid of the other sketch layer behind it. What layer is that on? Oh, it's on the layer above. That was weird. Why did I do that? Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, I'll just delete that. There's nothing else on this layer, is there? There's one line. Fuck. Also, I should fix this. It's a little off. It's before I figured out the thingy majiggy. What fucking layer did I draw this on? There we go. I used to be so good with my layer management, and now I just can barely remember where anything is. It's the most inexplicable shit. I don't know where it, like, why it happens or where it came from. There we go, that's better. I say about a fucking Pickle Rick redraw. What the fuck? I thought I deleted this layer. Get away. Put Pickle Wes on a different layer so I can condemn him. See how the recording's doing. Yeah, it's doing fine. It's been recording for almost an hour, so that's a good sign. Yeah, there's probably still something off about these shoes, so I might have to correct that on another layer. Let's see. Whoops. Pickle Rick. Yeah, that's it. It's not lining up with this. I've just put it in front, so it looks like it's sort of floating there. One of the wildest things I didn't realize about my art for a while was I wasn't paying attention to where things connected and related to each other in 3D space. I did a flag wave animatic one time, and the points that it was attached to the flagpole changed completely between when it was, down and when it was up. And then when it came back down, it was on like a different pivot point. Like at first, I had it just attached to the top, and then I was like, "Oh shit! Wait, it should be anchored like this." So then on the down, it went like that. It was a bit embarrassing, but I mean, when you have like 2 weeks to do an assignment and you only see that thing in pencil test, you're like, "Well, shit. I guess I gotta take the critique on this." But it was a good lesson. Like I absolutely do not regret going to university for animation, and I don't regret dropping out either. Like it was all part of the journey. I mean, it's annoying having to constantly tell people that I dropped out because I'd rather tell people that I got like the education that I did, because I value that more than the fact that I dropped out. But that's more recent, so that's what kind of matters more to people, I think. Um, okay, those look better. Those look better. Used to have a real problem with drawing shoes like the same way. I always used to draw pawsy shoes, like one was like this, and then one was, God, how did I draw the other one? Like that or something? Yeah, like little baguettes. Anyway, I mean, I might as well just do the rest of the line art on this layer. It's a little messy, but I can clean it up. Try to not get too persnickety about my line work these days. So rewatching the Edsvold streams in particular, like Ed was super messy. And it was a huge part of what inspired me to get into animation in the first place. I mean, he has his shit from like 2004 that is super primitive, but it's like, dang, dude. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep this sort of squared thing because it just feels right for this character. Okay. It's not amazing, but it works. Serviceable hand. Like, it's a hand I could trust. I don't know if I'd shake it, but it's a repeatable hand. I'm hoping the webcam's like actually adding something in terms of video as well, because I mean, I'm sure for some drawings I'm going to be doing faces at the camera and trying to do references, so it'll probably be handy for me in that way. And it'll probably, I don't know, it'll be funny looking back and seeing what I look like when I'm drawing, at least on a computer, like where my face is going and my eyes are. God, I'm so terrified of tapping back into Twitter now because I feel like there's probably been at least one more request, and I'm like, this one took like an hour. But Sixth Doctor should be fun. That's the next one from Ewan. Ewan? I think his name's Ewan. It's Shadow GG. He's another guy in the Edsvold fandom. I forget how we like got introduced to each other, but I think I retweeted some stuff about Richmond College, and then he was like, "Oh shit, you went to the same uni that Ed did," and I was like, "Yeah." We chat every so often because we're both into Doctor Who. He's really into the classic stuff. I mean, evidenced by the fact that he asked for Sixth Doctor, which is fantastic. Like, I haven't actually seen any of Colin Baker's episodes firsthand, but what I have seen is pretty fucking cool, and it's a shame that his run got cut as short as it did. Also, Colin Baker on Twitter is just fantastic. He constantly posts about like, well, this is probably dated information from like 3 years ago, but he posts about his croc collection. He got like legitimate like hate mail about it, and I just like, why let the man enjoy his weird plastic shoes? This is turning out surprisingly well. I think I have the tablet stability like up to just the right amount as well. Whoops. I'm drawing this in our main living room, by the way, if you couldn't tell from the background. The lovely sink, which may or may not be in shot because I've cropped this to 4x3. Because my room is a tip at the moment, and frankly, it feels nicer to draw in the living room for the time being. So, right, this is where it gets fiddly because I'm going to have to figure out if I've drawn the head right. I don't know if I have. I don't know if it makes sense. Let's turn the sketch layer off. Yeah, it looks alright so far. It's lacking in weight a little bit, but once I fill everything out, it should work. I always get like persnickety about turning off the layer below too soon, because yeah, it will do a heckin' scare on me, because I'll look at half finished art and I'll go, oh god, it looks awful, and then just scrap it. You gotta fucking persevere. Oh no! No! You did this, Wes! You! Okay, I'm not seeing any more notifications on Twitter, so good. I mean, hopefully people are interested, but yeah, not too many requests at once would be very nice. Yeah, it was a good idea to not put this out on Facebook at the same time as well, because I'd just be checking both and it would just get really annoying. I have a lot more artists following me on Twitter as well, so I'm less likely to get really silly requests. Because bless them, some of my friends think I've got a lot more talent than I do. They ask me these big, complicated dioramas, and I'm just like, ah! I can draw one of those things, maybe, after like an hour, but all of it? I was going to be listening to music while I was doing this, but I've just been super immersed. I might do that while I do the Palm Baker stuff. It will be muted on the video end, but Shano. Well, it's satisfying to fill in. I can see why you put that detail there, Louis. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, by the way, like Louis or Lewis. Louis sounds more right to me because the username's King Rui. I don't know. I mean, people still call me Sammy all the time, like people that don't know me. And that's always interesting. I'm genuinely considering just like going with that name because you meet so many Sams in your life. I mean, I'm working at Odeon at the moment, and there are 4 Sams, including me. And that's not even the first time something like that's happened. There were 4 Sams on our university course. There were 4 Sams in my class at secondary school. It's just a really common name. Even more common than like Jack or Tom. Although people do call me Tom sometimes. People say I look like a Tom, so thanks, I guess. when my old animation tutor was recommending me to Matt, he was like, "Oh, you should work with Sam." Matt was just like, "I don't work well with Toms." So that was fun. Almost getting recommended by the wrong name. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible either, you know. I mean, this is part of why I don't do commissions just yet. Why I wanted to just do, you know, unpaid requests, because, I mean, A, there's no obligation for me to even post any of this, although I've think Louis would like to see this. And, oh god, I'm editing the hand of it. And, also, if the quality isn't amazing, it's, you know, it's not like I'm Butch Hartman charging £200 for, frankly, awful line quality. Oh, Butch, we all believed in you so, and then you made your Christian screaming service. Yeah, sure. But anyway, that is very old news at this point. Yeah, sometimes I was saying I was editing the hands. Sometimes I just kind of draw them as blobs if I cannot be fucked. And it seems like that's what I'm doing in this case. Yeah, that's fine. It gets the point across. It's kind of becoming my like motto these days. I mean, I really wanted to go into storyboarding as well from my animation degree while I was doing it, and that is a pretty good motto to have as a storyboard artist, I think. Does it get the point across? How well does it get the point across? Is it efficient? Are you spending too much time doing unnecessary detail that is complicating the image or making it take too long? And stop. Well, not stop, but reconsider. Yeah, that's alright. I think I fucked up the perspective on this a bit. It's probably more like big boy, big sneeze. Yeah, it will be interesting to see how well my focus holds up with potentially a chat. I mean, I don't expect many people to be watching anyway, but people are going to be chucking like suggestions at me as they go and stuff, or you know, just topics. But you know, it's all a learning process, isn't it? Hmm. Something's a bit off about this. I'm gonna just, because I don't think this is connecting right. So I'm just gonna redraw this. I think having it come up around there was about right, but if I just do it in one pass, it will be a bit clearer. Goes around like this. Wait, hang on. Goes around like this. Goes down. Look at that. Yeah, that'll do. Again, as Matt said in that Edsel documentary ages ago, that kind of became Ed's unofficial motto for a while. It seems. Just, that'll do. So, I mean, that was also one of the main reasons I wanted to get into animation. I said as much as my portfolio review. I was like, well, they were like, what makes you want to do animation rather than illustration or comics? And I was like, well, when you do animation, there's a lot more frames per second, and that will encourage me. And basically, you're looking at 24 or 12 frames a second, depending on whether you're doing singles or doubles or whatever. But regardless, your frames are only going to be on screen for a fraction of a second, therefore I won't be as neurotic about the quality of the drawing, especially on limited animation, where it's like, okay, the poses, like, those are got to make 100% sense. But smear frames can be fucking whack. As long as you follow the arc and spacing and stuff, you can do some shit. Right now I'm just drawing oh god, what the fuck am I drawing? Sometimes you just gotta draw a very strange face. I should save anyway. Oh my god, had I not been saving that whole time? Fuck it out. Doodle request. Whoops. 0409. I mean, oh yeah, right. You can't put strokes in 04.09. Will that work? Cool. What was I gonna say? Ah. Oh, man, I forgot what I was gonna say again. Just gonna see if this makes more sense. This is the thing, when you're making corrections, you have to be very careful because you might miss the overall context of the line and you make it look really weird and lumpy. Like, that's just odd. There we go, that might be better. That makes more sense to me. And then, yeah, I feel like we should be able to see the back from there. Yeah, he's got a bit of a Blinks thing going on. He's got the big old collar and then a little bell underneath it. Maybe I should just draw some fucking Blinks in between the next one. I'm in that mood. Right. That is Wes done. Fucking hell. God. How did I let myself forget about Pickle Wes? Good lord. Right. That felt really good. That felt great, honestly, drawing someone else's character for once. And it's not a like popular character. Well, let me rephrase that. It's it's not a character from like a fully produced show or anything. Where you have like these intricate model sheets and shit to worry about. Just roughly line those up. I know I'm gonna have some fun stuff to say during this next one. Sref leg. Less ref. Now what's this? Oh yeah, that was some warrant doodles I did. Okay, let's put all this in a single folder. Fuck. Go in the folder. Actually, I think what I might do is I think I'll just crop this canvas and save this as its own file. Where's doodles? Oh fuck! Why did I put it in here? Damn it! I put it in the D&D folder by accident. Move to pictures, please. Move to drawings. It's only recently I properly organized all my like thingamajigs into you know what, I'm just gonna delete this. And then just save this as Where's Doodles? Yeah, his hair isn't quite as exaggerated as Louis draws him, but I'm still happy with this take on the character. It looks really doofy, but you know what? I can jam with that. I don't think this should be visible though, now that I think about it. That just seems off. See, this is where you see weird. Even though I try to be as blasé about it as possible, I do get to be not so much a perfectionist, but I am like, if something looks wrong, I'm not going to fucking upload it. Or I'm going to upload it and I'm going to instantly like cringe myself into a corner because something's off and I don't notice until it's uploaded. Fucking always happens, man. Like the colors are off, especially. Or like, yeah, it just looks like I shouldn't be able to see that at all, so fuck it. It looks like it should end around about here. There we go. And then I will save these as their own thingamajig. Oops. Let's date it as well. I haven't done that for my art in a while. Yeah, should I do my signature, or is that a bit of a prat move? It's not my characters. I mean, like... yeah, the hand's a bit whatever. It's like, it's not an amazing drawing, but it's a good sketch. Yeah, something's probably up with this. I need to figure. I think it's like a high top haircut. I think that's so. I need to kind of understand it from that viewpoint. Maybe like that. It just looks really wobbly now. I might just have to cut a loss on that one. I don't know. I don't know if I'm fully understanding the hairstyle right. I'll send it along to Louis. I'll ask some advice, I think. Who knows? I mean, he does. That's beside the point. How could you possibly know how to draw this character? Ask the original artist. Yeah, but I got more things to do right now. That's fine. Right. Well, I'll save this as a clip as well. Save that clip, poggers. Saying that. Can I get an F in the chat for this line quality? Oh man, hit 1 if you're excited for some perspective drawing. Anyway, I'm going to pause the recording now, and I will come back in a sec with some Colin Baker.